welcome to the AI Innovation for Apps session. I'm Pete Marco. I work in the Play Partnerships team in EMEA. Before we jump into the content, I'm really curious to understand how many of you are already experimenting or using AI in your apps. Can we get a show of hands? So basically most of the room, which I think underlines the shift that we're all experiencing in the industry. This morning, we heard in the keynote that developers are using AI to improve productivity and to create innovative experiences to boost engagement. And that's exactly what this talk is going to be focused on for the next 60 minutes. First up, we've got Guillaume from Google DeepMind. He's going to be talking to us about vibe coding and giving us an overview of Google AI products and a demo, which we hope works. And then we've got two fantastic partner case studies, one from Oleksii from Quarks, and then from Anatolii from Holy Water, talking about how Google AI technology is being used in their apps to boost engagement and growth for their businesses. So with that, I'll hand over to Guillaume.
Thank you, Pete. So welcome, everybody. I'm Guillaume. I'm from DeepMind, and I'm a developer advocate, which means that my job is to make sure that whatever problems you have with the models, and I bring that, and I am your voice inside of Google. So I'm here to make you get the most of our technology and to ensure your feedback helps making the models even better. So as Pete said, I'm going to tell you about vibe coding, and especially vibe coding in Google AI Studio. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how accessible and how powerful AI development has become for everybody. But before we dive in, I know you already raised your hands, and most of you are already using AI to improve your apps. But which one of you think you are knowledgeable enough in coding to actually make an app by yourself? Way fewer people. But actually, what I'm going to show you is that you should all have raised your hand. Because with AI and vibe coding stuff and all, you are all capable of building an app by yourself. And it's not just limited to coding, because we're talking a lot about vibe coding here, there, and there. But it's not just creating apps and code. You can also create images, videos, music, people talking. And all of that is also fairly possible without knowing any line of codes. So that's why, instead of talking about vibe coding, I'm going to tell you about vibe creating with Google AI Studio. So before we dive into the AI Studio, let's talk a bit about our Gemini models. The vision of DeepMind is that we want to create not just a model that generates text, but a model that what we call a world model. And our idea behind what a world model is that it's a model that should be able to ingest as many modalities as possible. So text, images, videos, sensors, URL, to be able to search on the internet by itself, check things on Google Maps, and so on, and also to output as many modalities as possible. So once again, images, videos, and so on. And that's the reason, think of it like our five senses. And we think that the more modalities the model is going to be capable of ingesting, the better it's going to be at understanding the world and helping us in the world. And I talked a bit about Gemini and the other models. We also have Imagen and NanoBanana, or image generation models, the Veo model to generate videos. I'm sure you all know of it. And we will have nice demos from Holy Water afterwards about how they are using it. Lyria, this one is less known. I will show you afterwards. It's a music generation model. And a lot of very specialized models for researchy things, like the robotics model that is specialized in controlling robots to do things like grab your clothes and fold them so that you don't have to do that when the washing is finished. We have AlphaGo, AlphaFold, not Alpha Weather Next, this one. Lots of very specialized models, as I said. And we have our family of open weight model, the Gemma ones. And you all know that the AI field has been crazy since like a year and a half ago. And it's getting even crazier. This slide is just what we shipped between I/O 2024 and I/O 2025. And it's even crazier in 2025. On average, since the beginning of the year, our team has been shipping things every 5 days. And I'm not talking about 5 open days. So it's really 5 days. So some weeks we are shipping 2 or 3 things. And recently we have even been shipping things every day. So it's kind of, that's the reason why I'm also here to tell you what's new, because it's even hard for me to catch up with everything we do. So I guess for you it's even harder. And I wanted to start this talk with like a little bit of explanation about what our offering is, because we at Google often create multiple tools that are doing more or less the same things, and it can be confusing. So we basically have, on the consumer side, we have a Notebook LM and the Gemini app. This is basically the consumer apps that are just a plug and play. Basically, you can use them, and you don't have any customization there. It's just how to use it. On the other end, we have the enterprise offer. So Vertex AI. Here, you have the full control of what an enterprise would be needing. You can control where the data is going to be stored, on which data center, all of the prompts are going to be run, and who has access to what, and so on. The only thing is that with great power comes great responsibilities. So it's kind of complicated for any individual to start there. So if you're already using GCP, and I guess for most of you who are building apps on the store, that would make sense to start there. But if you are a small startup or an individual developer, that might be a bit too much to start with. And that's the reason why we have AI Studio and the Developer API, which are a way to start using the Gemini models in the fastest way possible. You just need a Google account, you log in, and you can start using it without doing any complicated setup. And there's no wrong choice about where to start, because they are actually using the same SDK, so you can move from one world to the other very easily. So you can prototype with AI Studio and then move to Vertex when you want to scale up. So what's AI Studio? AI Studio is our creative playground where you can take an idea from your mind and make it tangible in minutes. It's the most direct and powerful way to experiment with our latest model without getting bogged in a complex infrastructure. And it seems we're not the only one who thinks so, because it's been so effective for our users that Business Insider recently ran a story calling AI Studio Google's best kept secret. Well, today, the secret is out. So I'm going to show you exactly why it's so powerful and how you can start using it the moment you leave this room. So this is what AI Studio looks like. I told you we are shipping at a relentless pace. We actually changed the UI yesterday evening. So you can basically do 2 things in AI Studio. The first part is this part, chat with model in the playground. So that's where you can test the models, do things with the models, tinker with it without writing any line of code, and the vibe coding part that I will show you afterwards. But let's start with chatting. Do we have people who are using Notebook LM in the room? Yeah, a few. And what's your favorite feature of Notebook LM? Cool. So that's pretty cool. But my favorite feature is an audio overview one. So you can create an audio, like a podcast about your data. And that's what I'm going to show you, how you can do that by yourself without relying on Notebook LM. So let's say we are going to build an app or something for people who are traveling to Brussels and wants to know what to visit. So let's write a short, engaging dialogue between 2 travel influencers, blah, 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 make it sound authentic and exciting, and use this website to come up with ideas. So I use URL context. So as I told you, in ISU you have access to all of the models. And this, like for the demo, we are going to use Flash latest because it's faster. And grounding, so that it will also search on the internet to give us the best place to visit. And we can also add some PDFs about things to visit. Let's add just one because it's going to be faster. So it's adding the PDF, and you could just drag and drop things there. It's processing. And in the meantime, like I said, it's a place compared to the Gemini app. It's a place where you can tinker with the model. So you can enable different tools. You can change the temperature, or you can just ignore all of that because you don't want to deal with those technicalities. And that's not it's working. So here we go. It will check the PDF, check on the internet, and write the discussion. And I think it's kind of slow, so I think I pre-run it. So let's use the one I pre-ran earlier. So as you can see, I told it about all of the beer that you can find in Brussels and some of these dogs that I found on the tourist dock. And I can just copy-paste all of that, and then select another model. We want an audio model. We want the TTS model. And here, I just paste that, and actually, I will remove, and I need to tell the model who are the two speakers. So the first one is me. QWERTY keyboard. And the second one is Neta, I think. I need to select voices, so we don't care. I'm going to be Karen, and is going to be higher pitch up. And I'm going to remove part of it because it's going to be slightly too long otherwise. Up. And I can just run it. I didn't do it this time, but you can style it. So you can say the first character is stressed, the second character is very excited, and for each sentence you can also say like this one, they are talking that way, they are whispering or not. And so you have full control of it, and you can on the two characters. And something that I tried recently as well is that you can also do it with two different languages. So
Neta, salut. I've seen your stories. You're digging deeper into Brussels hard than anyone. Moi, I'm looking for the spots that scream local but haven't been colonized by the tourist hordes. Where's your latest secret discovery?
Neta, salut. You know the drill, right? We have to go beyond the grand place. I just spent a morning at the Locken Cemetery. Page 51. It sounds morbid, but it's an open-air museum of history. Really peaceful and filled with incredible tombs of Brussels personalities. It's totally off the main track.
And I will definitely test it tomorrow morning. So that's how you can create a podcast by yourself. It takes about the same time as it takes to play to generate, because it's using all live APIs. So that's why it can take some time if it's a bit long. But it's very powerful. And let's say now we want to use to create images. So we are going to use Nano Banana and say we want to create a picture of two influencers traveling to taking a selfie up. A selfie in Brussels. Up. So Nano Banana is our latest image generation model, but it's actually an image edition model. So it's really good at creating pictures, but it's even better at editing those pictures. So let's say, can the girl be dressed in red? And it's really good at editing the image by changing just what you want to change and not the rest. And it's basically vibe photoshopping. So you don't, if you need an image to be edited, you don't need to go to Photoshop and to learn how to use the different tools. You can just upload the image here and ask the model to do the changes for you. And you can even like invent things that are not in the picture. So for example, we want a landscape. Can you make it a landscape? It should be able to figure things out. So it can extend the pictures and add things that were not in the pictures at the beginning. And it's very good at keeping the people's faces. And I think you will get some examples of that in the next talks. So yeah, here we go. So that's an image. But let's go further and make it a video. So we are going to use an app that is called Veo. Oops, not this one here. That is called Veo Studio. Here. And we are going to do frame to video, which means I give the first frame to the Veo model, and it will create, I didn't download it. Damn. Up. We have to go back. Up. We're back here. So I will give it the first image, and it will create a video based on that. And that's Veo3. So the cool thing with Veo3 is that it can create video, but also the audio that goes with it. And we recently released, like last week, released Veo 3.1. That is an even better model, because you can do what I'm doing, like create a video from one image, but you can also give more references to the model and say, I have this character, I have this product that I want to sell, make a video where this guy is advertising for this backpack, for example, or this guy is using this backpack to travel through Brussels. So it's really powerful, because it's not just controlling how the video starts and ends, it's also what you can see in the video. And while it's running, because it can take up to 2 or 3 minutes to run, let me show you something I told you about. It's Lyria. Lyria is our music generation model, because in case you need like some background music for what you're doing. And the cool thing is that it's not like the other model. You're not just prompting the model and getting a 2 minutes video audio file out of it. It's actually streaming music indefinitely until you stop it.
So here we have the different sound that we're sending. We're sending drum and bass, Gulf string, and sparkling arpeggio. I'm not very fond of drum and bass, so let's remove that, and we can add funks. And you will see that it will mix the music in real time. See, the funk is starting. And maybe, I don't know. Yeah, oops. So it's really a fun model to play with, because you can really create background music you want to, and you're not just limited to those kind of prompts that are very simple. We can say something like Brussels and just see what the model comes up with just Brussels. Up. I'm going to ignore all of the others. So apparently this is Brussels music. Shit.
So let's go back to the video. It should be done. Here you go. They're taking a selfie. And we can even extend it. And so you can add 7 more seconds to the video. So let's say fireworks are starting. Up. And then it will compute for 2 more minutes in the meantime. But let me show you what vibe coding is in the meantime, while it works. So what you can do in AI Studio is that build part that I alluded to at the beginning, and that's where you can just take an ID and make it a video. So in this case, I said, I'm going to build an app to visit Brussels, and the app is going to be some kind of like a dating app. You will be able to swipe left and right if you want to visit something or not, and then it will create a planning for the day to go through all of those places. So let's see how it goes. So I'm sending the prompt, and then the model starts on thinking about, like we can see it, on what exactly it wants to build. So it's analyzing my prompt. It's starting to think about how it's going to make the app. But if you're not technical, you can just ignore all of that, go get a coffee, and come back 2 or 3 minutes later, and it will have built the app for you. And in this case, you can see that the prompt is kind of complicated, but I actually cheated. I had a one-liner idea for the app. Oh, I think this one is done. So we can see the fireworks.
Did you get the picture?
I think so, look.
Fireworks.
Oh, wow.
See? So it's starting to write the prompt. And so what I was saying is that I didn't write the whole prompt to explain how the app should be. I give a 1 or 2 liner to Gemini, ask Gemini to extend the prompt into a longer prompt and a longer explanation to what we could do with the app. It came up with a couple of ideas, and then I copy pasted that idea and put it into Gemini. And the cool thing as well in AI Studio is that it knows how to use Gemini. So all of the apps that you can build, if it's needed, it will be able to use Gemini inside of the app made by Gemini. So that's kind of a cool loop. It should be finished. Let's see. No, one more. So one thing as well that you might think is you don't have ideas. You don't know what to build with vibe coding. Oh. So here it is. So the ground place. I didn't tell it to use NanoBanana to generate images, so I guess it's using random images for it. But let's say I want to visit the ground place. I want to visit the Atomium. Continue Brewery. I went yesterday, but yes, I want to visit it again. I don't like this one. I don't know what this is. It seems cool. And then I can just see my trip here organized and click. See? Error. But the cool thing is that you don't need to know how to fix that. He actually saw that there's a mistake, and I can just click on auto fix, and it will try to fix the error by itself. So once again, no need to know how to code. So I actually pre-run it earlier this morning. I made another one, and just to give you an idea of what it did is that it created this list of things I can visit and use the Maps API to check how long it takes to go from one point to the other, so that I knew how to in which order I should do them and so on. So yeah, very small idea of what you can build in I built that in half an hour this morning. So it's still rough, but it's a good idea. And I was saying that you might not know. Yeah, you can switch to the slide, please. You might not know what to build with vibe coding, but I was the same at the beginning. And actually, I started building to do a vibe coding challenge for myself. So I'm building a new app every week and posting that on the social network. The first weeks, I didn't know what to build, and now I'm like, I have 5 more that I've already built that I'm going to share in the next week. So you just need to start doing it, and you will see. So you can try on AI Studio, and if you are interested in the kind of app I'm building every week, this is a link. So thank you, and I think now it's time for actual demos of real apps.
Thank you so much, Guillaume. That was super cool. Don't you just love how in every Google event we talk about AI, yet there's always still something to be super excited about? But moving on, we are very lucky to have 2 partners that I work with closely to come on stage. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel. I'm on the Play Partnerships team. And first off, we are very lucky to have Oleksii from Quarks. He is the AI lead for the team, and they operate in the social discovery and online dating field. He will tell you guys a bit about how they use Gemma, our open, lightweight AI model, to drive business impact in their company. So let's all give a round of applause to Oleksii. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Guillaume. It was a cool demo, and I think you also, as me, want to run home and vibe code your startups and present them in 1 year here. Today, I'll present you what we did at Quarks with Gemma and Gemini. And I'll guide you through the 5 parts. I'll tell you who we are, the challenges we faced, how we applied AI, and the impact we got, and I'll finish with what we are planning next. So who we are? Quarks is a product company, and we build applications like EMEA, Catchy, and Affinity. Our mission is simple. We are helping people to build deeper and more meaningful connections online. To achieve this, we focus on AI-driven innovation in social and dating apps. And every month, our users generate more than 20 million of text content, uploads more than 6 million of photos, and leave more than 100,000 reviews. So after we check the data, it's clear that we can't rely on manual processes alone, and integrating AI is essential for us. So challenges which we have, the first is chats are start to keep and going. So the second is safety is tough at our scale, and the third one, we get so much feedback, so it's so easy to miss the key issues. And I'll present you solutions which we did with Gemma and Gemini. The first, I want to ask you, please raise hands who ever tried dating apps. So, cool. I think you already know that it's a little bit hard to build the first icebreaker, the first message. And for some of us, it's easier. For someone, it's more complicated. But usually, it's hard. And if no one say hi, the match dies. So we built conversational assistant, and we used Gemini and Gemma for this. It writes simple and natural openers. It uses profile information and profile photos of users, so messages feel personal. The second solution which I'll present, it's about moderation. As you remember, we had tons of text data and photo data which users upload to our applications. And we build hybrid moderation engine which pre-filters text and images and catch scams, fraud, and policy breaks with accuracy more than 95%, but humans are still in the loop. And automation handles most of cases, but reviewers check edge cases and sensitive calls. And the last solution is feedback analyzers, which process more than 100,000 user reviews per month. It clusters feedback into clear themes like pricing, trust, UX problems, etc. And it gave us quicker and faster product response and iteration for our product teams. We did it with Gemini. So the impact which we got, we now auto-moderate more than 20 million of text content, more than 6 million of photo, and the platform is safe at scale. So we also automatically process more than 100,000 of reviews, and our product team act faster. Conversation assistant creates more than 40 million of conversation starters each month, and it gave us increase in response rate by 20% and growth in paying users are more than 15%. Moreover, we have fewer scam reports, faster reviews, higher engagement, and user satisfaction. So it's cool. I also want you to show the percentage of user profile descriptions reviewed by our moderation team. And as for June 2024, it was only 17% of all user descriptions which we reviewed, and more than 80% was left unseen. And it was really huge problem that we didn't know what was there in that profiles. And we started to integrate Gemma. And after it was fully integrated, in just one night, we increased the percentage to more than 99%. And now our moderation team could just work on few difficult cases, and our users are much more protected. So what we are planning next? We are currently working on AI support engine. And for now, we currently automatically process only 35% of support messages. And we already started this process of automation here. And a few days ago, our CPO writes me and said, after few iterations, after few tests with Gemini, we now automatically proceed more than 65%. And it's not the end. We are still testing, and we will raise this number even more. Also, we are working on multimodal moderation, combining text and images together. Thank you for Gemma and for Gemini that handles such cases. So we could do this, and it helps and will help us to better catch scams and fake profiles. Also, we work on AI photo enhancement with Nano Banana. I think all of you like this thing, and we want to handle low-quality photos of users. And we want to make photos clearer, but still real. And with this thing, we could do this. Also, we are testing Shield Gemma, and we are building private AI companions for our products. And if there is one message I'd like you to remember, it will be AI is not just about automation, it's about enabling safer and more meaningful connections at scale. At Quarks, AI allows us to personalize experience, protect users, and give them tools to express themselves, all while keeping trust and safety at the center. And such innovation already have impact on millions of our users. Thank you for attention, and I'll be looking forward for your question and discussion after the session. Rachel?
Thank you so much for that incredible sharing. It's amazing how within just a year, these metrics can improve massively. And I can't wait to see and hear more from you guys how you've incorporated various models of AI models in your businesses. So coming up next, we are also very, very excited to have Anatolii, co-founder and co-CEO of Holy Water, to come on stage to share with you how their company has used the Google AI models to achieve some really, really cool things. So let's give a round of applause to Anatolii.
Yeah, hi guys. So I'm final boss before happy hour. So let's be quick. Yeah, thanks for introduction, Rachel. I'm a co-founder and co-CEO of Holy Water. Holy Water is building future of entertainment powered by AI, from IP discovery to distribution to production, all done in-house. And basically, we leverage a lot of Google tools to achieve that. And I will go through our toolkit. So basically, Google help us to rewrite how future of entertainment will look like, how it will evolve with generative AI, with Gemini, and before that, let's jump into short video about Holy Water.
We are Holy Water, the company leading the charge in how content is made and consumed. We're here to disrupt Hollywood. We craft stories and tell them through innovative formats, vertical video series, personalized interactive books, AI vertical series, and AI heroes.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about our Google toolkit. So basically, we have two big things that we solved recently. First, think about distribution and how we distribute thousands of novels to our millions of our readers, and how we create cinematic movies using Veo3. So Gemini helped us to achieve analyzing 1,000 books on scale to create narrative catchy moments, how we can catch attention of millions of readers using creatives and marketing materials, because it helps us to analyze all characters, emotion, and narrative. And with Veo3, that one of the things that I'm most happy and proud what our team did, we created one of the best true crime series on the market, fully AI created. And that's, I think, one of the great examples how AI tools can already disrupt some of the genres that are available there, and even in this, I would say, early stage. Okay, and let's talk about MyMuse, our AI-powered vertical platform. So we have another product, and it's one of the biggest in vertical microdrama space, MyDrama. And with this product, we cracked how to produce a lot of human-created content on scale, and we managed to produce 100 times cheaper than Hollywood and 10 times faster. But what we did with Veo3 and MyMuse, we managed to produce 1,000 times faster and cheaper content, and we can produce Hollywood-level quality thanks to Veo3, and with 1 month of production instead of 1 year, and with Hollywood cinematic quality. And we started from true crime, and this is one of the biggest and most consumed genre in US. And what we managed to achieve to create true crime shows using Veo3 interviews and reenactment. So basically, what used to take millions of dollars to create the reenactment now takes us $100, $200 to create the whole story and to create great narrative cinematic show that our users enjoy. And majority of our users and all the tests we run, not all of them understand that it is AI, and it is AI made, and it shows how much technology is evolving. And I will show you a few examples of our evolution. So basically, on this slide, you can see how we evolved through last year, and it only 1 year how the technology evolved from first site to the last one, where it's almost impossible to see the difference, especially on mobile phone, where people consume our content. And that's basically an example how it's evolving so fast. And in the next year, I really believe that anybody can create Hollywood quality movie at their home, and Hollywood will be the one who will distribute it to millions of viewers. And to really understand quality of MyMuse, let's watch a short rolic. Yeah, and I'll give you another example to just get an idea how true crime looks like, what I mean in terms of indifferentiable between HBO quality and what we produce at Holy Water, just to give you an idea.
I know these jungles too good. I know what they are capable of. That is why I was so worried. If the girls went in alone and something happened, They needed help right away.
Rodrigo's alibi for April 7th, the day the girl...
Yeah, so those basically true crime story reenactment would cost like $100,000 to produce 1-2 hour of length of content, and we produce this like in 1K, 2K, and 100 times faster. And just to give you an idea in terms of data, basically Holy is built on data. Everything we do, we test and run A/B tests, see how it performs. And as you can see, our AI-generated true crime already performs or even outperforms human-created content. So it basically means that audience doesn't see any difference. And if you can create great storytelling, can create great vision, that audience will consume it and they will enjoy, no matter is it AI created or not. And in terms of pipeline, our pipeline relatively simple. We leverage all the stack Google provides. We create from the book using Gemini, using other tools to create storyline, to create shots, and then create final video. And the whole pipeline is automated, and we basically built on top of Google tools. Okay, and second case, my passion. So basically, that's how we build this distribution engine. And my passion is books publishing platform, one of the biggest in the world outside of the China. And we have 1,000, 10,000 of books. And one of the challenges we faced early, how we can distribute those books efficiently, how we can tell the narrative these books about, how we can tell the stories to our readers so they can be hooked and they can really understand what will happen in the book. And Gemini helped us to achieve that. We built an engine that helped us to generate 20,000 creative per month with Gemini analyzing books, creating narratives, creating hooks for our marketing materials, and basically using this approach, we reach millions of readers in the world. And here are a few examples, but what also Gemini helped us to achieve, we test hundreds of books per month produced by us originally, leveraging a lot of AI tools. We call them AI-enabled books. And basically, because we can test so many books, we find basically every week New York bestselling Times book that we later produce into AI pilot movie. And after that, we create My Drama, the whole vertical series. And because of how efficient and how fast we can move with distribution enabled by AI, it helps us to find those hit performance books. And after that, we create engaging vertical series. And in terms of AI efficiency, basically what we are trying to achieve at Holy Water, we are trying to create those 10x people who can work and have higher impact on company. And with tools like distribution using Gemini, our team can automate all the routine work they're doing and focus basically on creative vision, on quality, and on things that really matter and that really differentiate us between competition. And right now we're already seeing that our creative marketing managers can 5x perform using our in-house tool built on Gemini and other Google models. Yeah, and in terms of storytelling, basically storytelling is evolving very fast thanks to AI. Barriers to entry is like lowering, so anybody can create a movie at home, anybody can write high-quality books. And another thing that we will be launching soon is AI comics and AI-enabled anime. So there's a huge market, and we see that tools like Gemini, tools like Veo3, Imagen, they will help us to bring all this good content to millions of fans outside in the world who enjoy watching, reading this kind of content. And our goal is to make sure that anybody who wants to create and will create great content, and Holy Water will distribute it to millions of users. Yeah, that's it from my side. Yeah, thank you for listening.